Hi there, it's Nicole from Mama Elephant, and today I have a new card share featuring the brand new March stamp set, Make-A-Wish. It's a great stamp set with several script type greetings that are big and bold, like the happy birthday to you that you can see on my card here today. I'm going to show you how to create a resist background by heat embossing the greeting and then watercoloring the background with distress inks. Now I'm going to be using watercolor paper today, watercolor from Tim Holtz. This watercolor paper will hold up better than just a regular type paper, especially when doing any type of water technique. I die cut it first using the Mama Elephant Femme frames, and then I inked it up with some Versamark. And I'm just going to stamp that right there in the center of my die cut frame. I used the rectangle with the stitched border. I wanted the watercolors to kind of pool into those stitched areas, which you'll see here in a little bit when I get to that part. So I'm just going to sprinkle on some white embossing powder. Clear would have worked as well since the background of the watercolor paper is white, but I had the white embossing powder handy, so I went ahead and used that. I went and heat set that, and then I'm going to take 3 colors of distress ink and place them right on my craft mat. I'm going to use Mowed Lawn, Peacock Feathers, and Wild Honey. So I've just kind of tapped my ink pad on my craft mat, and I'm going to take a mister full of water, and I am just going to mist those inks until I can see it start to pool up like you can see there. See all those drops of water on the craft mat. Then I'm going to just flip my embossed piece over, and I'm going to rub that into the ink. And I don't want to move it too much because I do want the gradient of color to go from that kind of orangey yellow to green to turquoise. So I'm just moving it a little bit, and you can flip it over and check it and keep moving it around until you get the look you want. I needed a little bit more of the yellowish orange, so I just tapped that onto my mat again, spritzed it with some water, and added that right there. And I love how the colors are running together. So I've heat set it there, but you can see I missed a couple of areas and didn't like how it looked. So I left my watercoloring right there on my mat, so I'm just going to rub it in there again until I kind of get it the color how I want it, and then you can either set it aside to dry, or I just zapped mine with a heat tool because I don't have the patience to wait. Next, I'm going to take the balloon stamps from the Party Kit Mama Elephant stamp set, the round balloon, and I am going to ink it up with distress ink as well, spritz it with water, and then stamp it on a scrap piece of watercolor paper. I just wanted the balloons to look or coordinate with the background of the card. So I'm using the same colors of distress ink and just want them to have more of a watercolor look, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I stamped one with Peacock Feathers, and I'm going to stamp another one with the Mowed Lawn. And just set those there to dry for a little bit. Or again, you can hit them with your heat gun to get them to dry quicker. I'm going to take those same colors of distress ink and use the little stars from Make-A-Wish to stamp those right in the balloons. They're not going to show up a whole lot. You can just kind of subtly see them, which was the look I was going for this particular design. So I did the Peacock Feathers first, and then I will do the other one with the Mowed Lawn ink. And I think the green showed up just a little bit better, maybe. Once I have that done, I'm going to take some Versamark ink and ink up my balloon stamp again and stamp right on top of the watercolored balloon. Then I'm going to sprinkle on some iridescent embossing powder and heat set that so it gives them some sparkle. So I'm just stamping those, going to use my iridescent powder, and I'm being kind of lazy about it. I'm just going to take my balloon and just dip it in there to apply the embossing powder. And then I'll just run that over and heat set it. Next, I'm going to take a birthday greeting. This is a stamp from Mama Elephant. It is from a Studio Calico exclusive stamp set from their Blue Note release here a while back. But I liked how I thought it went well with the greeting here, so I'm just going to stamp that near the bottom of my watercolored background using some black ink. And you can see that I've adhered my balloons to my card. I just used a little foam adhesive and some colorful twine. Now I'm going to stamp a few more of the stars from Make-A-Wish on the background of my watercolored piece using those same distress inks. Again, I didn't want the stars to overpower the rest of the design, so I want them to kind of blend into the background. And I love that there's 3 different sizes of stars in the Make-A-Wish stamp set. There's none of them are very big, so I hate to use the word big, but there's kind of a big, medium, and then a real teeny tiny one. And I just love that little teeny tiny one. There's also a trio of stamps in this stamp set too. These are great. And if you're interested, there's several new card examples using Make-A-Wish in the True Stamp 2014 class that's coming up from Mama Elephant, where Chrissy and I both share card examples using this same stamp set using the rock and roll technique, which is really fun as well. Just a whole different look with the same exact stamp set. So I'm just going to add a few more little stars up here at the top. Sorry, got my head in the way because I wanted to make sure I got that lined up right exactly where I wanted it. And I really love the way these stars look on the background. I think they just kind of complete the whole design. I'm taking the Wink of Stella clear glitter brush marker and just adding a little glitter to those stars to help make them pop a little bit. Not too much, but it adds just enough glitz there to complete the background. So there is my finished card. And I did forget to remove some of that ink that pooled on top of my emboss, so I'm just taking a kind of dry rag and wiping any of that up. I hope you've enjoyed this card featuring the Mama Elephant Make-A-Wish stamp set. For more information, please visit my blog at www.nicolemcgork.typepad.com, and the supplies are listed in the comments section below the video.